Hi, my name is Cindy Rang.
I'm Brianna Motzkus, and today's FabriChat.
Hey!
Good morning.
Did everybody survive Mother's Day?
Yeah. It's hot here.
It's hot. It was
We
hot
got some
here.
sunburns to prove it.
I know. I was going to say, look at my sunburn. It's kind of funny. I don't know if you guys
turned
can see it or
purple.
not. I know, but look, I have my shirt strap and then I have my bra strap.
Oh.
Maybe you can see it better on this side.
Yeah, it's better on this side. Yep.
Isn't that terrible? I probably should hike up that, make it tighter. But, yeah, that's the whole thing with short sleeves is...
Yeah.
Now nobody cares. Now you can like just let everybody see your bra. I mean, when I was a kid, that was not okay. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Seeing somebody's bra strap was
Risque.
whew, not done. Embarrassing. And now it's a whole wardrobe choice.
That's true.
Not for me.
No.
I'm not interested in that at all. I'm very old. I'm reminded all the time of how old I am all the time. But anyway, so let's see, Mother's Day. So I think we talked about this last week. So we always do yard work on Mother's Day, slave labor, which was fantastic. Very, very good. We had a lot of guys helping, and I have this, what is it called? It's called a sound spot or whatever. It's a Bluetooth speaker. Yeah. And normally I listen to, the channel that I always ask Pandora to play for me is called Soft Pop. And normally it's kind of indie and pleasant, and I don't know what was happening because it was, oh my gosh, it was terrible music. But I didn't want to change it because I found that the guys were working faster because they didn't want to listen to that.
Oh, is that why?
It was bad. It was really bad. And it was
I kept going inside and skipping it.
Yeah, hit. It's like, no, let's just let that go. Let's let these guys get done and out of here. Because they have to do all of the heavy stuff. They have to dig all the big holes. Pots.
Shovel work.
My husband is such a fan of concrete. He wants everything to be clean and easy maintenance and concrete everywhere. And so it is a lot of money every year to fill all of these pots that sit on the concrete so that it looks more gardenish. I protect the few areas that he wants to still put more concrete. And it is pretty. Really, it is really nice, yeah. And now it's all planted. Now we just have to
keep the water on.
Keep it watered, so yeah. And then you got some planting done. I should come and help you.
I have a little bit more planting.
Start that as a Mother's Day. No, not Mother's Day. Let's pick another one. Let's pick Memorial Day.
Memorial Day?
Either. Father's Day.
We have a Father's Day. There you go. Robert usually goes fishing, but
there you go.
Yeah, I got a lot planted, and I have a few more that I have to plant because I picked some up on Saturday on my way home, and I didn't get all those planted, but.
Because what do? You have a massive strawberry patch.
I have a massive strawberry patch.
Massive raspberries.
Massive raspberries and more raspberries.
And more raspberries.
We have our garden planted. We planted that 2 or 3 weeks ago. We got
everything. What did you plant?
The only thing I couldn't find was I was going to do broccoli and cauliflower, which I am skeptical. I know. Paulina has done broccoli before, and I took it home. Oh God.
Well, homegrown anything is so much better.
Oh, it's so good. The cleaning is what had me in. Oh, and I was cleaning it. And I think we might have only had Wyatt at the time. I still remember this because it was traumatizing. And I started cleaning it in my sink, in my house. And I had it soaking in the whole baking soda thing like you're supposed to, upside down. And I had a big sink, so it was no big deal. I had it soaking to get all the whatever little bugs were in it. And then I started cleaning it. Luckily, I had thought to clean it in my sink because, oh my goodness, everybody lived in there. Earwigs, spiders, little spiders, big spiders. I don't even know what they were. And it's like, Robert, why didn't someone tell me not to do this in my house? Because he's like wanting to, I can't stop. I cannot stop. This has to be cleaned. Everything has to die down the drain. Then you have to Drano it because someone's going to be clinging on to dear life in my pipe, you know.
Yes.
I mean, it was so good. Like, it was worth it. And it was, what, almost 5 years ago. So I feel like I'm brave enough to try it again.
You always have to plant it indoors.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm not sure if I could do that.
That being said, I have not found a broccoli plant or a cauliflower plant. Robert was going to look at Quincy Hardware Lumber Monday on his way
Because you
home.
do all starts. You don't do seeds.
Yeah. I just have them all done. I don't really have this. I mean, I probably could have the space to do starts, but I'm kind of one of those survival of the fittest kind of gardeners. So
if it lives, we're gonna eat it.
So for me to do a start,
if it dies,
yeah. So for me to be starting from seed, I feel like they have no hope. I'd have to, make sure their temperature was just right, mist them with water.
My job will be to try to keep you alive, not get you going. Sure.
So that is why I haven't done stars. I've thought about it for some of those things that are kind of hard to find in the stores, but at the same time, I'm not sure I could keep them alive. So I waste a Dixie cup. I don't know. So, but yeah, we have that going, and everybody so far. Everyone is still alive. We haven't killed any of them, and even the wind hasn't, snapped a tomato plant in half.
That's good. Give them all staked.
They're all staked in there. Well, not all yet. I'm waiting for them to get a tiny bit bigger to stake them down. But I think putting them in a little bit earlier would hope as they grow bigger, they might grow beefier. I mean, I don't know. That's my thought. As if
it's a whole pruning thing. And if you prune it, don't prune it.
Yeah, we've got a lot, and then I have some regular flowers I'm going to plant. Into some pots but
I love the flowers. I love the smell. Even this morning going out to water, and just the waft of the things that you smell. And I like the whole aromatic. Sam had asked, well, which one is your favorite? And that was a really hard question. I'm not sure that I have we have this old dahlia patch kind of that's coming up, and it is a dinner plate dahlia. Those flowers are this big, and they're this beautiful fuchsia color.
Or hibiscus. Is it a dahlia? I thought it was hibiscus.
Oh, it's a hibiscus.
Yeah.
I always say dahlia.
Yeah. Well, because hibiscus is weird to grow here.
Yeah. Hibiscus. Yeah. It's a hibiscus right next to the honeysuckle.
Yeah.
I got a whole lot of right next to the something else. I've got all these H's. Yeah, it is kind of weird where it grows because it grows right underneath the quince tree, which is also a really weird thing. But hibiscus. And anyway, it comes up, and it's one flower this size, and you see the bud in the morning, great big huge bud, and then it blooms, and then it's done.
Yeah.
And then the next, but it has enough that we get blooms for about a week.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
It's so beautiful. It's one of my favorite. But then I really, really like the honeysuckle because it just, you can smell that from everywhere. It's humongous, but I like that.
Yeah.
I think that we should insert pictures of our snow. We have, I don't know if we talked about this last year or not, but we live right across the street from the park, and over in the park they planted these
cottonwood trees.
Horrible.
I don't know why.
Horrible. I don't think I'd ever even seen any before we moved over there. And in fact, I think that if you aren't going through Soap Lake during a certain 2-week period, you wouldn't even notice that they were there.
Right, you wouldn't
for
notice,
2 weeks, I'm going to put in some pictures. I'll send them to Brianna, but for 2 weeks, it looks like it's snowing.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest thing. And even on the ground, it's just piles of white. And then I was actually going to bring it so you could see it because I picked up some of those balls.
Oh, yeah.
What happens is it blows, and then it swirls into this little snowball. And then it swirls, and then there's another snowball. It's kind of fun to watch. Yeah. To watch it do that, and then you pick up the little snowballs. I mean, and I think that it's cleaner than a cotton plant.
It's super clean. I mean, she'd have enough to stuff.
I can stuff a pillow.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. 2 weeks, but it causes, I don't know if you can tell my voice is...
It's scratchy and... it's definitely...
For if you have hay fever or any kind of polleny,
Well, and it's because it's also super fine. Like, I feel it's like finer than even like a dandelion puff, essentially. Yeah. So you're not, when you're talking, you're inhaling it, not even knowing it.
I think that it was in my throat.
Yeah.
Much of the time.
Maybe some bugs too. We wouldn't know because all you had was this little
I don't know. It was terrible. Yeah. Terrible. The poor gals that were out at the Daisy house this weekend, they wanted to have the doors open because it was beautiful weather, and so it's nice that you can just have the door open, but all that stuff was going in, and they said they just decided no, and I said it's a mess. It was a tiny little period of time,
and it's usually not so bad, but it was also kind of windy. Yeah. Well, breezy. I feel like Saturday was breezy, and I think it was pretty blowing on Sunday. But if it wouldn't have any breeze, it wouldn't be that big of a deal.
Yeah. But it was nice weather. Yeah, and it sounds like a lot of people were commenting on Mother's Day, and that was a lot of it. It was a lot of people were working outside. A lot of people were sharing pictures. Who was it? I should show you this. This was kind of a funny thing. I showed this to Tracy. Tracy had the exact same comment as I did. So I want you to see this picture, and then we'll show it to you because it's kind of a funny thing, and I want you to tell me your immediate reaction of this. So here's her house. This is Pam Weber.
Look at those little daisies. I don't know. I think it's pretty.
This took my breath away. I mean, literally, when I saw this,
I would love that to be my backyard.
I just went, oh. And when I showed it to Tracy, she did the exact same thing. Oh, because all of those just wild daisies, wild dandelions, wild. I think that those might be. Don't you think those might be
black-eyed Susans?
Black-eyed Susans or echinacea. So anyway, so I looked at it and said, oh. And so, in fact, when I did that, so because we were talking about dandelions, she goes, oh my gosh, look at mine, I have to mow these down. And so she sent me that picture, and I said, oh, don't mow those down. Oh my gosh, I would just sit out there. And so then we talked about bees and whatever. Well, anyway, Pa was there, and he said, what are you looking at? And I said,
oh God, he probably had like a little minor heart attack.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. He looked
she better take care of those.
His comment was, I bet her neighbors don't like her.
That would be Robert's comment, too.
And I said, not true. The neighbors have honey and share the honey because of all of this pollinating. This is very friendly. This is earth friendly. That's fantastic. And then I said to him, how is it that we've been married 39 years and we are so opposite? I look at that and go, oh, my dream place. He looks at it and, oh my gosh, get the spray. Get the mold. We're going to have to do something. Let's put it all in concrete.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think it's funny. And that's why the whole thing, the whole gardening thing on Mother's Day, I mean, we have to have him help us because we need that brute strength, but ugh.
And the only reason he helps us is because it's Mother's Day.
Yeah, that's all.
If it was just a random Saturday, nah. There are better things to do.
No, and then handling plants.
And even at that, if we didn't have a duty for him, he found a way to get to the dump.
Yeah,
he found a way to get to the motor parts store.
Oh, yeah. He was constantly.
Oh, looks like you're not ready for me.
I'll go do it.
Yeah.
I'm out of here. Coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
Such a pain in the neck. Anyway, it was kind of fun. All right. And then one other thing that was kind of funny that I was going to mention, we'll show tonight during the box opening, we'll show you this little thing on Lizzie. And we can link it even in the Amazon store. Have we ever talked about, I've shown you, but I don't know that we've ever talked about it before, but I can't think of the name of it. I think it's called Byte, B-Y-T-E. And what it is it's a different collar that she wears, and it just has a little QR code, you know, the things
it's
that
it's like a name tag.
Oh, yeah. It's just her collar, her name tag. But instead of having a name on it, it's a QR code. And so that all you have to do is you put your camera on it, and it scans it. Well, what happens then is that when it scans it, it goes to a little web page that, I mean, there was a little app that I downloaded. It was super easy to do. And then I put in her name, information about her, and my phone number and who she belongs to. And so they read, Lizzie, very, very friendly. She will get in the car with you. Do not, she'll eat anything. This is where she lives, and call me, and this is my name. Well, anyway, so the other thing that's supposed to happen, and this is the best part about that, is that when somebody scans that chip, I immediately get a ding on my phone.
That's great.
To say, someone scanned your chip and your dog is right here. There is a little tag that is dropped in, pin drops on Google Maps, and tells me exactly where she is.
Because I think of two reasons. There's a lot of people that their dogs get stolen because of whatever the breed is, or because the dog's cute, and it's just out here, I'm going to take this dog.
Or she got in the car with you.
Yeah. So I think just anybody who sees a QR code, what is that? And they're going to scan it, not thinking anything of it. And you're going to see, oh, my purebred pit bull got pinned at the Aikens parking lot, and now she's not there.
Yeah.
And then maybe you can do footage or whatever to figure out where your stolen dog is.
And when you scan that, it doesn't, if you don't know what that is, it just says about the dog. They don't know that you just got pinned, and we know exactly where you were at this time. Well, anyway, what was funny is that Saturday, so we're out there working in the yard all day Saturday, she got scanned twice.
From the center?
It must have been, it came up that she was at home, that she was over at Daisy House.
Oh, funny.
So I think somebody must have looked at that collar. Maybe they couldn't figure out what her name was or whatever. But
That's cool.
She got scanned twice. because my phone, it made a funny little ding sound, and that was different, not just regular notification. And the only reason I noticed is because then the music, you know, you hear it on the speaker, and I thought, well, what is that sound? And she had gotten dinged. So it works perfectly.
Oh, good.
Like, oh, where is she?
Lady.
And sure enough, she was across the alley. So someone...
I mean, with the QR code, it's kind of cool to see what it is and what is this.
Because we hadn't tested that yet or anything, but it worked perfectly.
Yeah, so if you don't get your dog, like, chipped... You know, it would be an easier way. And again, with chipping, you aren't notified that, oh, this vet clinic scanned your dog or whatever. So that's kind of cool.
And Lizzie is chipped, but you're right. And also, you'd have to take him to a vet, her to a vet.
And a vet that does it to get scanned.
Yeah, and I think that they do they charge for that?
I don't know.
Maybe they
I don't think so. I think they want you to figure out whose dog it is, not just leave her there.
And the little collar thing, you can add however many dogs you have. It doesn't matter. They just all have
on the same app.
That QR code, on the same app. That QR code is linked to that dog. And
cool.
It'll, Anyway, so I wanted to mention that was kind of cool. And because I was telling somebody else about it, somebody else whose dog kind of runs around a bunch and gets out a lot, and I said, you need this. Because then it's not that, I don't know, because you see it on Facebook all the time, is this somebody's dog, whose dog does this belong to, or whatever, and as soon as somebody scans that, you'll know where they are, but yeah. And that's the other thing, too, update on Butter. Butter is just loving his new life and has acclimated. There's 2 other dogs that live at that home, and you just wouldn't know that he wasn't always there. And nobody came on Facebook and said, oh my gosh, that's my dog, because we did put it on Facebook just to make sure, but no one claimed him, which would be uncomfortable if that happened, but... knowing that he had lived in the park for a couple months. But anyway, so just a little update. Everybody thought he was pretty adorable.
Cool.
Let's see. And then the last thing that I wanted to mention is a couple things. So, it's 2 things that go together. But so this weekend, tomorrow, tonight, starts our Southern Comfort Retreat. And so this is the first in our series of our 7 hosted retreats that we're doing. So it's always kind of fun to get the first one kind of going. We've got all of the swag bags done. Everything's ready to go. All of the roommates are picked, and it's all fun. But we have a special guest coming to this one, and it's Roseanne Bryan. So for those of you guys that have hung out with us for a while and remember when we kind of put out the call for the prayer chain and the cards and letters, because my friend Roseanne, we've been friends for forever. She was the one that, the only other person who has a laugh as loud as Brianna and I is Roseanne Bryan. And we got in trouble in church all the time. But anyway, wonderful, wonderful person. Moved away. Her and Mike moved to South Dakota. He is a crop duster, is what he does there. And anyway, so what had happened with her is she had breast cancer that had metastasized, colon cancer, and then there was a spot, bone cancer. And it was pretty scary for a while there, and lots of prayers, and nobody really knew how it was going to end up, and nobody thought it was going to end up very good at all. She had kind of resigned herself to that this was probably it, and everybody was praying for her. Everybody. And what happened when we started talking about her to add her to your prayer list and your prayer chain, and to send her cards and letters, because she loves to write cards. She loves to get cards. The last little while, though, they are traveling. They're on their way here and will be here today. And so she's been traveling a little bit if she hasn't been writing back, and she likes to write, not so much call or text. She really likes letters. But anyway, she is 100% cancer free.
That's awesome.
She went in, and the doctor said absolutely a miracle, that to think that she is fully in remission. They don't say cured. There's no such thing really with cancer, but she's absolutely in remission. She has no sign of cancer anywhere in her body. Nowhere.
That's awesome.
Isn't that amazing? I think that that's absolutely amazing. Uh-oh. Someone's bringing us the baby. Okay, we've been discovered. So Ra is still here with us because she's still healing that broken thumb.
It looks pretty good.
But they're thinking no surgery.
Yeah, they don't think surgery. They only think the surgery that might be necessary is maybe a nail, whatever. They're not sure where it smashed the finger, but if the nail bed is damaged, when her nail hasn't fallen off yet, but when it falls off and starts growing a new one, if it comes in funky, they might go in and fix that. So she has a normal nail, but no, it's really, really good. No infection, no anything. They're keeping it clean.
The funny thing is that it doesn't seem to hurt her.
No,
She's
which
like
is good.
A super tough girl.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go back to the story we were telling when we got found. So anyway, so Roseanne, no cancer anywhere in her body. Power of prayer, pretty amazing. So we wanted to. She's known for a little while, but all of you guys that have been writing her pretty faithfully, she wanted to make sure that you knew first before we had announced it with everybody else. But now I have a second request. I have a second friend. Rather than her last name. It's just really to put her on your prayer chains. So Wendy went in, she had an abnormal mammogram was how it started. Had a little spot, but it was all good. They felt like they could go in. They took off the little spot. She didn't need to have she didn't need to have radiation or chemo. They felt like that was all really good, but so they went back in and they did a second scan, and on the second scan they found a spot on her liver.
Oh.
So they're a little nervous about what that spot is. She's going to go in for an MRI, and in the meantime she also has to have a test because she has been having chronic UTIs, so they're really concerned about her bladder also. So she's pretty concerned about it, pretty nervous about it. She sort of feels like she's falling apart. I told her that no, it's warranty work, and she has a really good plan with him, and so it's all good. So anyway, she's just asking for prayers, and her name is Wendy, and she's from here in Ephrata, and just a really good friend. And just, I think that it's all going to be fine. I think it's all going to be something fairly simple, and possibly maybe that happened even with Carolyn. Carolyn was pretty concerned when she had her back surgery. There was kind of this weird thing on the MRI. They didn't know what it was. Turned out to be a cyst. So super scary for a little while that there was something on her spine. You want to color? I don't have anything to color.
No, pencil.
You want to go out there? All right, I'll meet you out there. You want to say goodbye? No. Yeah. So anyway, prayer chains and prayer request for Wendy. Worried about her warranty work.
Cool.
All right, I think that might be all we have. Wait, let's look and see what special day it is.
And my little thing, on Monday, Tracy and I finished shipping out all of the Mother's Day sewing machines. Little tidbit you need to know is they're coming in 2 packages. So you've got a box 1 of 1 and a box 2 of 2. Box 1 is your sewing machine that you can unpack and love on her, and then box 2 is your accessories. So your extension table, that single stitch needle plate, and that 1/4-inch foot with a blade. So the other thing you'll notice is when you unbox your second box and you get your extension table, the extension table says it fits a Passport 2.0. You are getting a Passport 3.0. It doesn't matter. Those extension tables will fit beautifully on that Passport 3.0. So don't worry about that. It says a 2.0. They only sell a Passport 2.0 extension table. There's no such thing as a Passport 3.0 because it's the exact same machine.
Chassis.
They just added a few extra stitches and changed the color.
And a thread cutter.
So just so you know, you should be expecting those this week, and you will get a box 1 of 2 and a box 2 of 2. If you have any questions, you did get emailed both tracking numbers in that email from Tracy, but if you feel like, oh, I didn't see it and you're a little worried about it, shoot Tracy an email at info@fabricpatch.net and she can help answer your questions. So I'm excited that you guys are going to get those.
Yeah,
so they're on.
Those sold out super fast. We fielded all kinds of phone calls from people that. But in just 4 months, we're going to be going on our Columbia River cruise. We're going to take 20 machines with us. The people on that cruise will have an opportunity to buy the then used machine. And then if they don't, we'll do the same thing. We'll bring them back, and you'll have an opportunity to get those. So, all right, so let's tell them what the special day is today. So today, May 17th, it is National Cherry Cobbler Day.
Oh, love it.
That's a good thing to know.
Oh.
I know, right? And then it's also, what day was it that was National Washington Day? It was last Wednesday, right?
Last Wednesday, I think.
Last Wednesday, National Washington Day, which reminds me, we were talking about the woods and the wooded areas and how quiet it is and that you couldn't hear what was you said it differently, but it was funny. But if a tree falls in the forest and no one is there to hear it, does it make a sound? Well, somebody emailed me or texted me or maybe put in the comments that her husband used to say, my husband used to say, if a man is in the woods and says something and his wife isn't there, is he still wrong?
Sorry.
Yes, he is. Yes. Woo! That was scary.
Sorry.
Mom, why are you laughing at that? Woo! The answer is yes.
Oh, hey, no popping in here.
We're doing a film.
You gotta wait, baby. Hold that up for later. Sorry.
Okay, anyway. All right. So, yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah, that was pretty good. All right, so let's go back. So Wednesday was National Washington Day. Today is National Idaho Day.
Oh, Idaho.
One tidbit that I happen to know about Idaho, and I've mentioned this before, is that the safest place in the United States, safest place, if you want to get away from all of those natural disasters, earthquakes, floods, tornadoes, what are some of the other things? Tsunamis, I don't know, lava flow, whatever. Anyway, the safest place, it's been calculated, in the United States is Pocatello, Idaho.
True fact.
Just saying.
And that's only like a
about
5-hour drive from us.
Yeah. I feel like we're pretty safe here.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. We're good. Today is also, this is important. I think that Wednesday was like National Bruce Day or something.
Bruce.
Remember
Yes.
Bruce?
Who
Bruce
was
from
it?
Washington.
Someone had a grand dog named Bruce. It wasn't a Chihuahua though.
Oh, right.
She said, I think she sent the picture.
It was it Lisa Vissel or was it Dina O'Neill?
Oh, it was Dina.
Dina.
Yeah. Has a grand dog, Bruce.
Bruce. Yeah. Today is National Linda Day.
Oh, Linda.
Listen, Linda.
Listen.
We know lots of Lindas. Yeah. A couple other things, but anyway, nothing else that was the funnest thing. Oh, it's National Pinot Grigio Day.
Well, you know.
There you go. And National Pack Rat Day.
I'm a pack rat.
I know, but you know what it is that you never know when you're going to need it.
Yeah.
And then when you do need it, you can't find it.
No, you can't. Yep, it's not a special place.
Yeah.
Put away.
Because we're pack rats. All right, are we done scaring you, sister?
Sorry,
about
love.
that. Sorry. Usually she doesn't jump. She is the loudest. I mean, it's a loud family, and so she has to be loud.
Yeah, it is funny that she's the loudest. I told Steve. Steve came out and looked at her in the car the other day and was saying, "Oh, she looks really good. She's growing really good." It's like, "Oh yeah," and I said, "Was she talking to you?" And he's like, "Oh no, well, but she's the third." And I said, "Oh no, she's the third, and she is loud. She's always chattering, talking." And he's like, "Well, it makes sense with the two you other have. I mean," he said, "You know, you're right. The third ones are never the loudest, or do they talk super early?" But she says, "Your other two, they're loud enough." He wasn't surprised, but super funny.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, let's see. I guess we'll have our box opening tonight, and then I'm not sure what's happening Sunday. We'll either have, maybe the retreaters will be in to come in and doing it with us, or maybe I'll get to come in, or maybe there will be a stand-in. I guess we'll see what happens, because we will be busy at our retreat. And since this is our Southern Comfort one, there's a whole lot of eating.
It's gonna
Jan's going to be doing some demonstrations for us. So
cool.
Anyway. All right, you guys.
We'll
see you tonight.
Bye.
Thank you for watching our video. We invite you to leave a comment, hit the like button, or better yet, subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. You can also visit our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or Pinterest pages, or find all of those things and our online store at fabricpatch.net.